Greetings, fellow anime enthusiasts. Welcome back to our celestial corner of the internet, where dreams intertwine with the wonders of the anime universe. The episode starts with Luffy's heart pounding to the rhythm of drums of liberation and Zunesha declaring that JoyBoy has returned after 800 years. Luffy then wakes up, and the ground around him becomes bouncy. His hair is white, and he wonders what is happening to him. Luffy then remembers losing the battle against Kaido, but it is still fun for him. Yamato and Momonosuke discover that Luffy is JoyBoy. Luffy then gets up and starts emitting Houshiko haki from his body. Sanji, asleep after his fight against Queen, suddenly wakes up due to his Kenbunchiko haki and suddenly looks up, realizing that Luffy has awakened his power. Luffy's Houshiko haki is coming inside the Skull Dome, on the performance floor, where everyone notices it and realizes that Luffy is still alive. Marco tells the weeping Nami and Otama that Luffy is still alive, and they both cry with relief and joy. Due to Luffy's enormous power, the skies clear, and the heavens split apart. Inside Pangaea Castle, located in Mary Geo's, the five elders discuss the events inside the Wano country. Saint Topman Valkyrie, warrior god of justice, states that sacrificing one of their best agents only to enrage Kaido is like putting the cart before the horse. Saint J. Garcia Saturn, warrior god of science and defense, wonders if it is better than the alternative as it is better to eliminate a risk factor. Saint Ethan Baron V. Nestero, warrior god of finance, states that the world government has always tried to get a hold of the gum fruit, but it never came into their hands for 800 years. Saint Marcus Mars, warrior god of environment, wonders if the fruit evades them. Saint Shepherd Jupiter, warrior god of agriculture, reveals that Zoan-type devil fruits have a will of their own. Saint Topman Valkyrie, warrior god of justice, further explains that Luffy's devil fruit bears the name of a god. Another name of Gomu Gomu no Mi, gum fruit, is the Zoan Hito Hito no Mi, human fruit, mythical type, model, Nika. After that, we see Luffy launching in the air and giving us his most iconic pose of Nika's silhouette in front of the moon. Saint Shepherd Jupiter, warrior god of agriculture, reveals that it said that Nika's body had the exact properties of rubber. He fought as he fancied and made people smile. Nika, the sun god, is the warrior of liberation. Saint Shepherd Jupiter, warrior god of agriculture, further explain that awakening this devil fruit is said to give its user's rubber body even more strength and freedom, and he has heard that it's the most ridiculous power in the world. With this, it has become evident that Luffy is the sun god Nika, the warrior of liberation. The scene then shifts towards the treasure repository, on the second floor inside Onigashima, where Kazuki Hiyori is playing shamisen in front of the trapped Kurozumi Orochi. Orochi now knows that his beloved Komurasaki is the daughter of Kazuki Oden. He tries to praise Oden in front of her in hopes of getting free, but Komurasaki tells Orochi that she will not fall for his lies. Her father always kept his word, and Orochi always betrayed him. So now she will not show any mercy to Orochi. Hiyori's mask falls off, and she reveals her face to Orochi and tells him that there wasn't even a single day when Orochi was the true shogun of Wano. But then the Kurozumi Kanjuro fire monster, who is on the brink of death, appears there. Orochi tells him to burn Hiyori to death, but the monster sets Orochi on fire instead. On the rooftop of Onigashima, Luffy is laughing and bouncing on the ground, which is now rubbery, while claiming that he can do everything he wanted to do and that he can fight a little bit more. Luffy observes that his heartbeat sounds funny and that this is his peak. Luffy keeps on bouncing off the ground while exploring his new powers. Luffy's new power can not only make his body rubbery, but it can also enhance its surroundings and give them rubber-like properties too. Luffy then launches a huge blast of Houshiko haki, which renders some of the beast pirates unconscious inside Onigashima. Luffy then leaps into the air and enlarges one of his hands. A huge hand comes from the rooftop of Onigashima and grabs Kaido's dragon body. The hand then pulls Kaido onto the rooftop. Luffy then enhances his muscles and punches Kaido. Luffy's Gear 5 is goofy and funny as he fights, however he likes while laughing. Luffy grabs Kaido and repeatedly pounds his head onto the ground. Kaido gets up with a huge bulb on his head and his head spinning. Kaido then looks towards Luffy in his Gear 5 form and thanks him for being alive. Kaido then attacks Luffy with his blast breath, but Luffy suddenly grabs the ground, changes it into a rubber and lifts it up to face Kaido's blast breath. This makes Kaido's attack bounce back on him, which burns Kaido to a crisp. Luffy then gives off another iconic laughing pose, with his hand on his forehead, and declares that this is his Gear 5. Kaido apologizes for the intervention of CP0 and states that he did not want to win this way. Luffy gets up and says that he has no problem with it and that they should settle this fight now. With this, both Luffy and Kaido are ready to face each other in one final epic showdown. The new experience that defies logic. The earth becomes bouncy, and all of Luffy's techniques will be bizarre. Is he a god or Luffy or something else? This comedic scene is enough to make everyone's eyes pop out of their head. Attention everyone! This is Luffy's peak. Next episode will be the ridiculous power. Gear 5 in full play. If you're eager for more cosmic anime adventures, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to join us on our celestial escapades. Welcome to our anime wonderland.